This is Most Julius here with YAG Radio. This is my first episode of High Frequency News. And if you are listening on the YouTube channel, I will leave my link to my radio station in the comments, but it is on live365.com. And please type in YAG Radio, that's YAG, in two separate words, radio, RADIO, in the search field, and you'll get my station. And if you are listening on the station, please go to YouTube and type in YAG Radio to get my YouTube channel and go ahead and subscribe to that. So you will only hear good news on High Frequency News, and this is to lift up your frequency and raise your vibrations. So first thing we have in the news for today, it's been reported that there is a mindful meditation stress reduction program that has been shown to be as effective as an antidepressant drug for treating anxiety disorders. So this drug is an antidepressant called, bear with me, it's escitalopram for patients with anxiety disorders. So Elizabeth Hodge, MD, this is the director of anxiety disorders research program and the associate professor of psychiatry at Georgetown. She stated that mindful meditation is currently reimbursed by very few insurance providers. And she also stated that our study provides evidence for clinicians, insurers, and healthcare systems to recommend to provide reimbursement for these type of programs. And not everyone is willing to invest time and effort in successfully completing these programs with all the necessary sessions and regular at-home practices which enhance the effect. So meditation is very powerful. And this is some amazing research. We'll definitely keep a lookout for any updates. But the second story I want to get into is that a community makes 10,000 sandwiches in one day to honor a legend of a legacy of a woman who actually made sandwiches for soldiers during World War One. And this took place in Greenville, South Carolina. And the community has come together this week to make 10,000 sandwiches in one day to give away to the local food banks. So in 1917, Eugenia Duke and her daughter Martha began selling sandwiches for 10 cents at army canteens. And the sandwiches consisted of pimento cheese, bacon, and mayo. And years later, the mayo uh, got bottled and became the Duke's brand. So they were following in Miss Duke's footprints of kindness and when she famously made 10,000 sandwiches in one day to support the troops. So the last report we want to do for today is that the Girl Scouts received $84 million. This was a donation from Mackenzie Scott to aid recovery from the lack of income during the pandemic. And this is the former wife of Amazon founder Jeff Bezos. She awarded the donation to the groups and 29 other local councils, and including $4.2 million to the Girl Scouts of Minnesota and River Valleys, and 4.9 million to the Greater Girl Scouts of Los Angeles. So this is our first episode for High Frequency News. Please remember you get back the energy that you put out into the world. So please stay positive and raise your frequency. Again, this is the first episode of High Frequency News. You can hear every day on YAG Radio at 6 p.m. Thank you. I love you guys. Have a great, wonderful day and raise the frequency.